Hello everyone, a very good evening to all of you. Welcome to the Officer Adda 24/7, the special session of BRBL subject in which myself, Advocate Nikkita Singh, present before you to just teach you a very important act of Module C, that is Limitation Act and Tax Law. Before starting this session, I would like to say you that this is your selection pro batch which is going to be start from 8th of March. This is very important batch because we know that from tomorrow your CAIIB registration is going to be start. So if you want to enroll in this batch, you have to apply the coupon code Y391 for the maximum discount. In this batch, you can also, enroll. You can just see the live classes, recorded session, PDF, mock paper, okay, doubt session 24/7. So that's why this selection pro batch is important. So do not forget to enroll in this batch. In this batch, you will get the compulsory paper, but the elective paper is not included. So for elective paper, you have to select the video course of your selected elective paper. Is that okay? And this is our previous batches. You can also take the previous batches, that is focus, okay, either bonus, target and increment pro batch. Is that okay? Now let's start with the session. So today, limitation and tax law that we have to study. So guys, there is a one very famous quotation, that is vigilantibus non dormentibus jura subvenient. What is this? This is a very simple sentence. And the answer that is given here, because see, as we know that we have just read about the void ab initio, we have read about the ultra vires, void ab initio, ultra vires. Okay, so vigilantibus non dormentibus jura subvenit is basically the law assists those who are vigilant, not those who slip over the rights. So this is very much important. So that's why for every case, you have to file the case within their limitation time, because we know that in India we have a 140 crore of population and the court are not too much. So that's why we have to be aware about our rights. So the law assists, the law help those people who are vigilant, who just wake up their rights and not who sleep over the rights. Okay, so this is based on the general rule of limitation. Suppose in my home the theft happened. Okay, in my home if theft happened, in that case who will be liable? In that case class, if the theft happened in my home, so I have to file the case within 3 years. So 3 years is the limitation and I have to follow that limitation. Okay, so that's why this quotation is very much important. Okay, now let's start with a summary. The law of limitation play an important role in filing the suit, appeal, application in the court. So suit, appeal, application. Suit, suppose X person have to file the case. Okay, X person have to file the case, okay, in district commission. So 2 years is the limitation period. So for a particular suit we have a limitation. If I talk about the appeal, so example from DRT to DRAT we have a limitation of 30 days. Is that okay? Then if I talk about the application, so in application from X person, if we want to file the case to the Y, suppose X person want to file application to DRT, that is Y, so 60 days review application he have to file. So what do you mean by this? It means the limitation act will apply to the suit also, to the appeal also and to the application also. Is that okay? The suit, appeal, application instituted, preferred, made after prescribed period shall be dismissed, although limitation has not been set up as a defense. Okay, it means if you file the case after the limitation period, the case will be not filed. Okay, so this is very much important. The Act provides exclusion of certain period while computing the period of limitation. Acknowledgement in writing and the part payment. This is very important, class. What is this? Acknowledgement in writing and part payment. These two are the important point. First, this is second. Okay, first, second. So this is very much important. Okay, the fresh period of limitation will be start. Okay, in these 2 points, the fresh period of limitation will be start when the acknowledgement was signed and the payment is made. So this is important. That can become in the form of question. That can become in the form of class question. Okay, the schedule of the act provide the limitation period and the time for which it is to be computed. Okay, that's the summary. Now let's start with the question. In the Limitation Act, okay, the definition suit does not include appeal and application. So indirectly they want to say that there is a separate appeal, separate application and the separate suit. Tell me the right answer. So we already discussed. So this is absolutely the true statement. Okay. The defendant is required to set a plea of limitation if he has to succeed in a suit instituted beyond the period of limitation. That is true and false. Tell me. Defendant is required to set up the plea of limitation if he have succeed in the limit instead beyond the period of limitation. That is false. Okay. Beyond. That is not true. Okay. A suit is said to be instituted when the plaint is presented in proper court. So what is plaint? See, in any case, there is a X versus Y. Okay. X is called plaintiff and Y is called defendant. Okay. Plaintiff, defendant. So plaintiff file the plaint and defendant file the written statement. Defendant file the written statement. Is that okay? So this is the plaint is presented before the proper of the court. That is absolutely the true statement. Okay. Acknowledgement in writing gives rise to the fresh period of limitation. That is true and false. Tell me, class. That is again important. The acknowledgement in writing give the fresh period of limitation. That is absolutely the true statement. Okay. Part payment of a debt within the period of limitation entails the plaintiff to compute fresh period of limitation from the date of payment. That is true and false. Part payment of debt within the period of limitation entails the plaintiff to compute fresh period of limitation. That is absolutely the true statement. Okay, this is absolutely the true statement. Done. Next. Limitation of for a mortgage suit is 3 years from the date when mortgage money becomes due. Limitation for a mortgage suit is 3 years from the date when mortgage money becomes due. So class for mortgage, this is 12 years. So this is absolutely the false statement. Okay, because this is 12 years. 12 years is the limitation period for the mortgage. Okay, next. A suit for demand promissory note can be filed within 3 years from the date of demand was made. So what is promissory note? A and B is there. Suppose if A have given goods, B have to give money. So in that case, what will happen? In that case, class, B will write the promissory note where he will just write, he will give money to the A. Okay. So this promissory note, as you can see that B is the drawer and A is the pay because he just want money. So debtor always be the drawer. Okay. So this is for 3 years. That is absolutely the false statement. Okay. This is the false statement. So I hope so that is clear to all of you about the limitation period. So that's why we have to file the suit, appeal and application within the period of limitations. Is that okay? Now cool. Next. Now this is the summary of the text. Okay. As a business entity, banks are required to comply with essentially two main tax law: income tax, GST. In its simplest form, income tax is calculated in respect of an individual by computing income under the separate head, thus gross total income is calculated. Tax is deductible at the source at specified rate on making the certain types of payment. Calculating corporate tax liability is more complicated. There are also separate compliance requirements in respect of the TDS class. See. Is that okay? So this is all about your income tax. GST, goods and services tax, is a single tax on the supply of goods and services right from the manufacturer to the consumer. Credits of input taxes paid at each stage will be available in the subsequent stage of value addition, which make GST essentially a tax only on value addition at each stage. GST replaces various tax including service tax. With GST on goods and services, the government is looking at improving the economic by eliminating the cascading system of tax and streamlining the business process in India. So what is the basic purpose of GST? GST is basically directly from the manufacturer to the customer. Okay, it means the customer have to pay directly to the manufacturer. In the before GST, there are so many mediators that take money, but after GST, there is a directly connection between the manufacturer and the people. Is that okay? So suppose if we are taking services in restaurant, we have to pay GST. Okay, if we are just going for the movie, if we are purchasing any clothes, we have to pay the GST. So the GST is that type of much. Okay, next. Okay, liability to pay income tax arises on account of residential status and place of the source of income. That is true and false. Liability to pay income tax arises on the account of residential status and the place of source of income. That is true and false. Liability to pay income tax arises on the account of residential status and the place of source of income. That is absolutely the true statement. Assessment year, okay, represent the period of 12 months. That is right. Beginning from 1st April each year following the relevant financial year. That is true and false. Second one. Tell me. So class, this is absolutely the true one. Previous year is the financial year immediately preceding the assessment year. Third. Previous year is the financial year immediately preceding the assessment year. Third. That is true and false. So class, this statement is also the true statement. Income is taxed only on the salary. income is taxed only on the salary class. I don't think. That is absolutely the wrong statement. So this is a false statement. Income exempt from tax is to be deducted out of taxable income before the computation of tax. Income exempt from tax is to be deducted out of taxable income before computation of tax. That is false. Assessment is two type: summary assessment or scrutiny assessment. Sixth one, assessment is of two types. That is true statement. Partnership firm if no income, okay, partnership firm if no income need not file the tax return. Tax return. Partnership firm. We know that the partnership firm, collectively the partners are called partnership firm. So partnership firm if no income need not file a tax return. That is absolutely the false statement. Tax assessed by AO shall be paid within 30 or 45 days. Tax assessed by AO, assigning officer, shall be paid within, that is 30 days. Entire advance tax is to be paid by 15th of March. True and false. Entire. So entire advance tax is to be paid. This is absolutely the true statement. Tax deduction is to be made before making interest payment to the non-resident to the NRO account. 10th. Tax deduction is to be made before making interest payment to the NRI in this account. That is absolutely the true statement. Tax deducted at source is to be deposited within 1 week from the end of month in which is to be deducted. 11th. That is true and false. That is true. Person deducting tax at source is required to file a quarterly return of TDS. That is true and false. Person deducting tax at source is required to file a quarterly return of TDS. That is absolutely the true statement. GST is one direct tax, okay, of the whole nation. It is a one direct of the whole nation. That is not the true statement. So guys, these questions are from BRBL book. So do not forget to solve these questions. That is very much important. Okay. So class, that's all for today's. So as you can see that this is the selection pro batch. In this pro batch, you will get the live paid class, recorded session videos. You will get the PDF, doubt session, ebooks. Okay. And one platform where each subject social media is there, where you can ask the question 24/7. Okay, and this is our previous batches. You will not get the live classes, but you will get everything. So if you want to enroll in these batches, you have to apply the coupon code Y391 for the maximum discount. You can also take the separate CIB BRBL income subscription, BFM, ABFM, and this is ABFM. Okay, so these are the separate compulsory subject. If you want to take the subscription, you can take it. Okay, and there's a combo subscription of BFM and ABFM. Then class, we have a CIB video courses. So if you want to take the video courses, you can just take the video courses. You will not get the live classes, but you can just see the courses according to your time. So this is the separate video course in bilingual, in English medium, and extreme is combo. Okay, bilingual and English medium. Mock test is there of all the compulsory subject: ABM, BRBL, BFM, ABFM. Okay. Then we have a ebooks also. Ebook means a one-liner book. You can just read it through the mobile and your laptop. So ebook are also much important. Then guys, we have a compulsory hard book of BFM and your BRBL. So if you want to take it, complete package. If you are not interested in the live classes, okay, so this is the best medium to read all the question. If you just solve all the question, your exam will be absolutely crack. Then guys, we have a CAIIB ka Mahapack. CAIIB ka Mahapack is one of the best one in which you will get double validity, plus you will get English plus bilingual, all batches of for the 2 year. You will get the elective paper video courses, revision batch, crash course batch will be also available in the CAIIB ka Mahapack. Doubt session is there in the CAIIB ka Mahapack, okay, and you will also get marathon and the mini marathon session. So you are getting too much thing for the CAIIB ka Mahapack. So guys, if you want to enroll it, apply the coupon code Y391 for the maximum discount in the CAIIB ka Mahapack. So if you want to purchase it, go to the social media, that is Google. You can just purchase the batch through Google, and you can also purchase the batch through the Adda app. Through Adda app, 1% more discount will be available. Okay, so do not forget to see the enroll in the CAIIB ka Mahapack. Okay, so I hope so that is clear to all of you. Okay, so for everything, apply the coupon code Y391. Thank you so much for attending the session. Thank you, class.